Hi, this is Christine, Venus Astrology. This is your daily astrology delivery. So we've just had that full moon in Sag about, say like 10, 11 hours ago now. And a full moon is all about releasing, a release point, a letting go, an ending, a culmination, a celebration. It's the time when the moon's at its fullest. It's opposite the sun. And the sun is illuminating, or the moon is illuminating. It's illuminating something that we need to let go of. So it can be something physical, could be something emotional, could be something in your environment, whatever it is. It's a releasing, need to let go of something. So I've just pulled the current chart up just to show you before we move forward. I've just landed on, let me bring my pen up, on 0 degrees again. So we did that a few days ago when the moon went into Sag. We also pulled the chart up at 0 degrees. So that's pretty crazy, 0 degrees in 22 minutes. That's some kind of omen or something, isn't it, surely? Okay, so that's the moon in Capricorn today. So it's just moon, and so we're going to start to feel more serious, more like focus more on our responsibilities. We're going to be more emotionally cold and a bit more harsh with our, our feelings and communication and stuff like that. The moon in Capricorn is, it's all when we start to focus on our ambition, our drive, what we need to get done, our work, our obligations, our responsibilities, what we want to achieve, basically. So it's when we, put in the hard work, or, emotionally tune into what is needing to be done, what needs to be done, what we want to get done, what we want to achieve, and all that sort of stuff, basically. So that's for the next 2.5 days. We'll have that Capricorn moon. So the opposite sign, Cancer, there's nothing over there opposing it. It will form a square with Jupiter. So those feelings that we just spoke about are going to be amplified, and we're going to feel more driven and more about work and responsibility and showing up and all that stuff, basically. But it's going to feel with that square always is, brings in something that is restriction or a detour or an obstacle or something for us to go another way or try another way or do something differently, or to stop. It can be like a brick wall, a car driving in a brick wall and it stops all of a sudden, like you can't go through that brick wall, you need to go around it or another way or whatever. So so that's the energy for, I would say, the rest of the day, as there's not too many other aspects I think it will be making. We've passed that Saturn energy. So I'm just looking around the chart so you can see all the different planets and seeing what degrees they're at. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back to that full moon. So we've got the full moon. Take a photo of it, but we'll just go back. Here we go. 9:56 p.m. last night. The moon's at 17 degrees. No. Let's go forward. The moon's at 18 degrees, 19 degrees, 20 degrees. The sun is at 23, 23 degrees. The moon's at 22, 22:46. 23, 24, 23, 25. So that's almost exact, off by a minute. So the full moon, so we've got the sun here and the moon here. That creates the full moon, that opposition. So the sun in Gemini is an opposition point. It's another perspective. It's a release point. It's another point of view. So the sun in Gemini is all about our communications, our thoughts, our thinking in the way of us expressing ourselves. So it's a sign that's more interested in like information and processing information and learning things and sharing information and connecting and putting all the pieces together and that sort of thing. And that's a very much, it's, you know, learning short bursts of information, lots of little, you know, knowing a lot of little things, basically. Knowing a lot about a lot of things, but not being a master of anything. That's where the Sag energy comes in. Sag becomes the master. So that's Sag energy too, the full moon in Sag. It's a truth teller. They say it how it is. So this moon is all about the truth coming to the surface, to be released so that we can heal. It's always about healing. So Sag energy is like saying things without thinking, and it can be harsh or blunt. Sometimes it could be funny and hilarious. And that Sag moon too, if I think about the eclipses energies that we went through, especially during COVID, because the eclipses changed signs back in December into that Taurus, Scorpio energy. But if I think back to when they were in those signs, we were very much going through that energy of releasing the Sag energy, the South Node in Sag, which was about old stories and beliefs that are no longer serving us, that are no longer a part of our destiny or whatever. Things that are holding us back, you know, that are causing us to be in fear because of those beliefs, those stories we tell ourselves. And also the need to like travel and go abroad and to like go overseas and that so much. Like we had to release that need during COVID. So, you know, if there's anything where, you know, depending where it's falling in your chart, where you need to release and let go of something similar like that maybe. So, or the need for like heaps of study and education in the sense that I have to have all these degrees to do everything I want to do or to do what I want to do. It's not necessarily the case. So also releasing the need to be the guru or to have a guru or the teacher. Is like maybe it's, you know, that Gemini energy, we can learn and from each other and connect and share information. And it's very much, that was very much, you know, especially during those eclipse times, the age of information and, you know, misinformation as well. So, which is something we, you know, is to bring up because this moon is in a square. This moon is in a square with Neptune. So misinformation, you know, it's Neptune is deceptive, it's illusions, it's where we go for dreams and to escape reality. It's a very creative energy too. It's mystical. So, but that square is again creating that tension. So it's an obstacle. It's, you know, us not seeing things clearly, us not seeing things as they are maybe, or someone's pulling the wool over our eyes, or you know, we're deceiving ourselves possibly as well. Any of those sorts of things can come up with that Neptunian square energy. But again, the focus is, you know, where's that release point? It's the sun. So whether it's like us not being, you know, us being deceptive about our identity, not identity, but about, you know, how we're expressing ourselves, us not truly expressing ourselves or hiding a part of ourselves or something. There could be something there. Us not taking responsibility for our energy. So Saturn was creating a sextile to that energy too, which would be a trine then to the sun. So that is, the Saturn energy is helpful because it's the sextile. And Saturn's all about responsibility, showing up, doing the hard work, having strong boundaries. It's all about, yeah, dedication, responsibility, maturity, growing up, yeah, and being in your integrity. It's a big part of being in your integrity. So this could be aligning us to be more in our truth and our integrity about who we are and what we actually want and what we want to go after. And because Sag is the centaur too, it shoots its arrow and goes after things. So that Sag energy is very much about, you know, releasing and letting go of maybe what we're not really serious about going after and needing to take responsibility and letting go of what we believed or build a story up around, and actually getting serious about the things we want to go after and making room and space for those things. So that's the full moon energy. I'll just bring up, so now we've moved into that Capricorn energy for the rest of the day, but just as I didn't get to post about the full moon, I wanted to. And if we go to here, I've just brought this up quickly and just got it off Google for you, but just to go through each sign quickly so you have an idea of where this full moon energy is falling for you, where you need to release and let go of. Alright, we've got drawing again. Alright, so we'll start with, since it's Sagittarius full moon, it'll be easier for me with no notes or anything to start. Okay, so we'll start with Sagittarius moon, because Sagittarius moon is, it's the full moon in Sag, and Sag moon, it'll be easier to start that way. Okay, so it's going to be first house for Sag moon, so that's who you are, what you're about. So releasing and letting go any stories, any beliefs around those first house themes. So for Capricorn, it's going to be 12th house. So that's your connection with universe, God, your higher self. It's where we self-sabotage. It's where we go to retreat. It's where we go to escape. It's hospitals, institutions. So any of those sorts of things releasing and letting go of. For Aquarius rising, so it's our social connections, our friends, our groups, it's our higher aspirations, our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, technology, humanitarianism, any of those things releasing and letting go of. And for Pisces rising, it'll be career, long-term goals. It's your work, what you're creating in this world, your reputation, what you're wanting to build in this world. Any of those things releasing and letting go, any old stories or beliefs around. For Aries rising, it'll be the 9th house, so that's travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, law, religion. It's our beliefs, it's our stories we tell ourselves, it's these themes. You know, any of those sorts of things releasing and letting go of, what's no longer serving you, it's no longer helping you. And then we have Taurus rising. So 8th house is all about other people's resources and finances and money. It's about taxes, inheritances, insurances, banks, institutions, to do with like money and that, like the ATO and stuff, taxes. Also, it's shared assets and resources. It's sex, intimacy. It's our trauma and healing, any of that sort of stuff. Releasing and letting go of anything, any old stories, any beliefs, anything around that that's no longer serving you. Okay, then we have Gemini rising. It's the 7th house, so it's relationships, it's business partners, it's the way we relate to others. Any of those things releasing and letting go of whatever's no longer serving us, no longer a part of our story. Then we have Cancer rising. So it's all about the 6th house, and 6th house is all about our well-being, our health, our fitness. It's all about our work, what we do on a daily basis, about our pets as well. Then we have Leo rising. So Leo rising, it's all about our romance, our love, it's our creativity, it's also our hobbies, our passions, what we love, and children as well it can represent. And we've got Virgo rising. It's all about home and family, the 4th house, self-care. It's all about your foundations. It's all about your local environment where, you know, your home, where you have that self-care and look after yourself. Your roots, your family, all of those things, releasing, letting go of anything that's no longer serving us, any old beliefs or stories, anything holding us back or in fear. And for Libra rising, it's all about the mind and thinking and communication, our thought processes, our mindset. It's our siblings and how we write and think and communicate and talk and speak, all of those things. And for Scorpio rising, it'll be the 2nd house, which is about our financial stability, our self-worth, our confidence, our skills and abilities, our possessions, how we support ourselves financially and financial security and things like that. And then that would be back to Sag rising, which was the 1st house. So that's it for the signs. I hope that was a bit helpful for you. Sorry it was quick. Sorry I haven't done any proper full videos lately, but I'm really liking doing daily ones actually. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Make sure you follow or subscribe, whatever the things are. Take care.